What's up, y'all? It's Oculus410 here, and I'm excited to be able to share with y'all the actual unboxing of the Quest Pro. I wanted to open this up live for everybody because I wanted to share with y'all my honest opinion. There's a couple products that I actually didn't post the reviews because they were just really not good. I'm hoping that that's not the case with the Quest Pro, especially with the investment. I'll call it the investment. So bear with me. We're gonna open this baby up. If you haven't seen it yet, if it hasn't leaked somewhere, the Quest Pro, it looks exactly like the box did in the leak. It looks the same as in all the pictures that you're going to see online today, and pretty much everything that has been already shown in the product demo. So I love the fact that there's still disclaimers on things in 2022. Requires internet. Boy, oh boy. Requires internet. A smartphone's required in order to run the MetaQuest app, which is a free download, and to set up the device. Compatible with MetaQuest 2 content. We got the headset, we got the touch controllers, charging dock, power adapter, controller charge cable, charging cable, 2 stylus tips, light blockers left and right, cable clip, protective cover, cleaning cloth, and wrist straps. Ooh. See, I like a good unboxing. I hate peeling the plastic off, but this is fancy. It's a nice little tab right there, which is good on them. But of course it's torn down here anyway, so let's just do this together. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Louis said, had y'all fooled. I mean, think about it. When something releases online, the amount of pictures without watermarks, without any kind of, somebody putting their name on it and being like, protecting their stuff is endless. It's literally endless. So every time I saw a picture or a video, I figured I would have some fun and I would share it. I was living vicariously through a lot of y'all. Alright, so you've already seen the box. MetaQuest Pro. This is the thing. It's even more gorgeous than on the pictures that you've seen online. It is even more gorgeous than, for a box. Now, which you've already seen MetaQuest Pro and the unveiling of protective cover. Oh yeah. This is like those blue blockers from back in the 80s. You got them blue blockers. You would put them on your when you're driving. It would block out the harmful blue rays, and you put them on your glasses. I guess they protect something. I don't know. It must be for the front of the lens, because why else would you have this? What else we got in here? This plug is wrapped extremely well. I never understood this. So when they do these wrapped like AC adapters, I guess. So these AC adapters, they wrap everything except for that little hole right there. The assumption is you're supposed to peel this off so you don't start a fire. If you leave that hole exposed, that's even more reason not to take this off. So, hey manufacturers, are you trying to cause people to catch fire in their house or whatever? All right, so next up, we got some cables in here, and there's some weird electronic. This is an odd thing right here. It's like back to back. So this is the charging dock, station to charge, and this says controller cable. This part's not really very cool. I guess I gotta rip it. Boo, meta boo. Alright, so I had to rip that to get this one out. It's got the magnetic piece that goes on the controller. My understanding is there's only one in the box, so that means you need a second one if you got 2 controllers and you want to charge these separately. And it's USB-C, so hallelujah for that. But I am ridiculous when it comes to cables, so having a controller cable is not something that I really care about either. Alright, here goes another one I gotta tear. Not the fact that I tore it and that means it's terrible, but terrible meaning boo. Alright, so let's get rid of that. 90-degree USB-C for the side of the headset and regular USB-C for, plugging into the dock. So cool, USB-C and controller cables, so we won't lose those. Let's put those in the top of the box. Next up, we got a polishing cloth. Oh snap, does it have the Meta logo on it at least? No Meta logo. Unbelievable. $1,500 and no logo. But they got logos galore in all these books. I imagine it says don't do this, don't do that. So read that book whenever you get a chance. It'll tell you not to put it in water, not to use it out in a thunderstorm or something. I don't know. Meta will tell you on the warranty page and disclaimers. Alright. Next. Oh, I think these are stylus tips. Yep. So this stylus tip thing right here, you don't have to tear it. It makes no sense. Everything else you had to tear. And it gives you a little instruction. It says you pull out something and you plug the stylus tip in, which I imagine is the bottom. So if you've been in workrooms before, you actually use the bottom of your controller. So you actually hold the controller like a pen and you would write on the whiteboard or on your personal whiteboard, but there's nowhere to plug in. So they've changed that, and now you got the stylus tips. So we're not writing on anything right now. We'll come back to that. Dipster said just the tips. Where was the cloth? I didn't see one. It was actually in this foldable. It's in the paperwork. It's in the paperwork. It's neatly folded like this, exactly like this. I put it back perfectly, and then it goes back in like that. So I guess if you got like the cigarette pocket in your shirt, you can hang on to that, and then you can pull it out and be fancy. Comfortable as heck. Is it the 64 gig one? Okay, so that was a joke. It was a terrible Photoshop too. It's 256 gig. They're all 256. Don't be fooled. It was just a joke. That's why I did it. I wanted to really mess with y'all before we got to this, because this is $1,600 after, or $1,590. So we're gonna start with the controllers first, and they got this little tag right here that's hanging out. It's got a piece of paper. It's got a piece of paper holding this on. It's like the thing that holds your shoelace together for some reason, so I'm not really sure. That was a great use of paper. Make sure you recycle. But this controller, instead of being clear plastic, which I would have probably left on here forever, it's got a sign on here that says power 2 seconds, and then it's got a 2 with another symbol, which is probably in another language to hold it down for 2 seconds. And then our A and B buttons. We got some cameras on the bottom edge. We got a camera in your face. So right there's another camera. But I tell you what, I thought it was gonna be weird holding this. I thought it was gonna feel weird compared to holding this this Quest 2 controller and just seeing side by side. This feels like a toy now. Like this feels like if you were to give your kid the Player 2 controller that's not plugged in, that's what this feels like now. And this ring immediately feels like it's pointless. And I get it has its points. It's definitely not to protect your knuckles if you're playing like, what was it, bar fight, drunken bar fight, or Beat Saber. But this ring, not sure if it had a purpose, anybody knows, but I'm just saying, this feels like trash now, so we're gonna get rid of that. I'm not gonna throw it because that costs good money, plus my wife wants that. So, this is crazy. The strap is different too. It feels like some kind of leather. What is this, velvet? Wrist straps for the Wii crowd. And older. We're gonna put this wrist strap feels real flimsy. I don't know if I trust it. Anybody else got a pro with this wrist strap? This wrist strap feels real flimsy. Like I feel like using this is a deception. All right, so the wrist strap on, it feels good. I'm not gonna turn it on yet, but I am gonna peel the plastic for y'all. ASMR folks. Okay, that sounded like something because it tore. Everything in this thing tears. I don't know why. The paper, the plastic, you know, you choose. This feels so good. I'd be mad. These are $300 for the set. So make sure you don't lose these. Make sure you don't break these. This wrist strap, I'm still not convinced. I mean, it's in there secure at least. So however you swap this out for the stylus, it definitely is more than just pull it out. All right, so that's just the right controller. We're gonna do the same thing real quick. Speed run the left one. Don't understand the paper on the end, meta. We'll make sure we recycle those as well. Boom. And another leather strap. This time it's for the lefties. If you're a left-handed Quest user, they got a left controller for you as well. So shout out to all the left-handers. Let's peel this off. Boom. Didn't tear. I feel nervous with $400 in my hands and not having the wrist straps on. So please don't be the first. There's always a first. As soon as I joined the Oculus groups, people were like, oh, I busted my TV. Oh, I broke my controllers. Don't be the first. This is $400 in your hand right here. So don't do it. Pretty much a mirror image of the other one. You still have your menu button. You still got your weird that it has an Oculus button. Don't make sense. At least it's not the meta button. Somebody said something that is the controller's circumference about the same or smaller or bigger? That's a good question. They look identical. The button placement, the face. It's like if you were to rip this ring off. Remember the Nintendo 64 controller? And if you were to cut it in half or in thirds, the center one was the nunchuck? That's basically what happened here. So if you were to chop off the ring, it's the same controller. So maybe they share parts. I don't know. Is that a bad thing for controller drift? I don't know. But you're seeing it right here. This is pretty much the exact same controller. But I mean, it's your hand. Your hand didn't change shape between the versions of the controller. So that means why would the controller? But it feels really good. So circumference about the same, you know, there's probably spec details somewhere. That's a good question. I'm actually gonna check that. I'm gonna see if the grips work after we get this headset out, because I do have a set of grips. A little squeak when it comes out. All right, here we go. I don't even want to touch the front of this. Is it just me or is that bug eye? Looks like the monster in Lilo and Stitch. I don't know, that's just me. But this thing is beautiful. I mean, I've seen it a number of times online. I've seen pictures, I've posted pictures, I've teased pictures. There's our our Meta logo. It feels like an expensive piece of hardware. Here's the adjustment for the, you gotta just spin this in order to get for your big heads, tighten it up for the tiny heads. And the adjustment is like, why do we have this type of adjustment? We should not be putting tiny heads in here. Tiny heads should not go in here. So 13 and over, y'all. All right, I'm gonna guesstimate. Oh, we got this piece of paper in here this whole time. Number 1, it says holding controllers. Number 2, holding the power button. Number 3, grab myself by the back of the head. There you go, so y'all can see it. Start the controllers, start the headset, and then there's a little bit of a glare, but it says grab the back of my head. Boom, there you go. That's the better look. So that is the start sequence. That sounded like I broke something. I'm really nervous about everything with this. Like, that doesn't look like it should have came out that way, but it did. So we're good. Okay, no sunlight on lenses. I don't know if these lights are bad, but it just says no sunlight. And it's even labeled left, or maybe it's not left. It looked like left first of all, but it's not. Just a little L, like to frame, I guess, the sides that they go on. Now, I saw this just briefly, but there's this cable that goes from the back for the battery all the way to the front. Not too terribly discreetly hidden, but I imagine with all the adjustment that you can make on this, I worry about that pinch in that cable. Y'all see that? So when you put the tiny heads in here, it kind of coils up like a pigtail. So at the bottom, we got the charging little pins, a little reflective, charging pins on each side, so I can just lay this down. And looks like the front, I'm gonna need that pocket square because it's already got a fingerprint on it. Oh, there's more paper. Why didn't you use clear plastic, Meta? I would love to have kept the plastic on this thing. And the irony is there's no clear plastic on the most important part that should have clear plastic. So just complaining because, like I said, I'm gonna give you my very honest opinions about this. All right, here we go. So first off, where are my magnetic blockers? There's more in the box. This is just the, is that a bunny rabbit? There you go, bunny rabbit. There's more in the box. Very, very cool. So as I said, the pins. So if y'all own an anchor dock, I don't know if y'all have the same frustration as me when you're trying to charge your controllers, but the anchor dock is a nightmare when it comes to putting the controllers in perfectly. These little pins on the side here never, ever line up properly. So you have to just perfectly place it in. I pray they figured it out with this, because this is going to drive me nuts. And it's the same thing with the controllers. You got these tiny little pins here. Utah, majestic name, what up? Oh, and then this says, put your headset and controllers on it. At least there's instructions that make sense. I'm making this big pile of trash over here, I'm sorry. All right, so this is the dock, and there's supposed to be USB-C in the back. Boom, there you go, moving on. And underneath, in this cool little pack that looks like the case for the AirPods Pro, if you've seen those, this is the light blocker. And it's protected by glue. Another one protected by glue. So for the resale market, when you're like me and you save the box to everything, this is a total buzzkill, especially since they just slide out of the back. It's for $1,500. What material would you assume you would get for light blockers? Now, I don't know if y'all saw the full facial covering for the light blockers. It's like everything. The face covering for the Quest 2, it was a choice between like a leather, there's the silicone, there's like a rubber. So there's all different type of materials that you can get for the Quest 2. But for $1,500, it is plastic with pegs, which I pray are magnetic somehow. So you just bring that little curved piece to the curved piece, and see, it just lines up right in here, and it's magnetic. And that's why those little tabs are there. So interestingly enough, these cheapy little rubber things that are most likely silicone with the tabs are just to line it up. So now we're looking slick, we're looking cool. It actually follows the contour of the forehead grip. They did it. All right, let's see if these light blockers are actually worth it. Are the light blockers worth it? Is that going to be a YouTube video? Holy crap. Are they worth it? That's actually really good. So for light blockers that are made from spacecraft rubber aluminum, they actually do block out a significant amount of light. All right, so before y'all have me turn into the monster from Lilo and Stitch, we're gonna follow the instructions. And like I said, the second I get through this quick setup and I'm gonna talk through it, I'll put it up on the screen and then you'll be able to see everything I see. So literally the moment. And since we didn't demo this and I just put it over my headset, is that even magnetic? It just kind of snugly fits on there and goes right there. So very nice. That's actually really cool. All right, so good job. I give the all the little rubber stuff or silicone stuff that looks super cheap, it's actually useful. So I give you like an 8 out of 10 or something. I don't know if we're using a grading scale. Herbert said in the hole. Yeah, the pegs go in the hole. You got it. How does the balance between front and back feel? All right, so inside you just got lenses here. They're just the pancakes, and it's just sitting there. So if I don't adjust this out first and I leave it at my whatever my head sizing is, I feel like my eyeballs are gonna touch it, or my nose is like just barely in it. So when I go to take it off, the bottom of the lenses, they're kind of like about to go into my eye, but they just barely don't. The balance itself though, yeah, I thought that silicone thing was. So yeah, if you go a little too far, it's more pressure on your forehead. So if you got like a blunt skull, you know, you got a big forehead, maybe this will start putting some pressure on your forehead. I think I got the little flake right here, but balance, it's not that heavy in the back. I mean, balance, this is totally scientific. It's definitely heavier in the front. Is that how you test it? Oh, weird. It's definitely a little heavier in the front. It's lighter in the back for sure. All right, let me get my $1,500 polishing cloth that came with the headset and controllers. Get that all shined up for the camera. So yeah, like I said, if I take this off and go to put it back on, it's like I don't know, but these light blockers are official. So let's do the thing. Let's get through the startup process and let's go. So I'm supposed to hold these buttons for 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi's, 2 Mississippi's, 3 Mississippi's, 3 Mississippi's. 3 seconds, y'all. Don't be fooled by marketing. Got a little blue light going on both of them. They're blinking. All right. Step 2, the power button is on the underside of the strap. And I need to point out something. I had early concerns. Is the strap removable? Is it going to be easy to fix if you break it? Are you going to have problems with this strap not having third-party support for replacement straps? All of those answers are no strap replacement. If this breaks, if it's made of the same material as the Elite strap, boy oh boy, that 1-year warranty is going to get used. So be careful. I wouldn't suggest holding it like this. While it does feel kind of sturdy, in a year that may not be as sturdy. All right, so the inside button, it's literally on the left side. We're gonna hold that in. 1 Mississippi's, 2 Mississippi's. We got the Meta logo. Oh, that's got some depth to it. So the Meta logo actually looks like it's like the one that's spinning in Meta Square. So it feels like there's depth to the Meta logo. I wish y'all could see this, but it's just the Meta logo right now. So we turn the controllers on, we turn the headset on. We got the official blockers in. Try a little bit later without the blockers. Controllers. No pass through yet, nothing's happening, just a pitch black screen. Got the 3 dots that we all know. Oh, damn. Left controller turning on, so I can see controllers. Do I have hand tracking yet? No hand tracking yet. My hands have disappeared from the controllers. But it's giving me this visual cue, which is wild. It's my hand pointing in this direction for some reason. And then it tells me to pull the trigger, and it says to hit the arrow. Choose my language. There's a lot of haptic vibration in these. Wow. Please stay seated for setup. Don't mind if I do. Find a seat with space to move your arms. All right, Wi-Fi networks. So connecting to Wi-Fi, I mean, everything looks crisp and clear. Not having blockers for the bottom actually doesn't bother at all. Like, I guess it's kind of a benefit. I can look and see the chat. All right, telling me adjust the fit wheel. It should fit comfortably and securely around your head. So let me adjust it out first. So all this taking place, I know it looks like I'm just hanging out, staring through this thing. Does it look weird, like it's tilted? Like I'm looking at the replay right quick, and instead of the headset being flat like the Quest, everything's kind of caved downwards. Which one weighs more when you hold both the headsets? My understanding is this Quest Pro weighs more, or I'm sorry, is lighter. I'll definitely weigh those as soon as I'm through this because I'll have some time. All right, adjust the depth wheel. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a wheel up here. There is. The depth. Oh, okay. So if your pancakes are too close to your face, you can roll this out, and it does leave room, which I imagine might just be enough for some glasses. And if you don't wear glasses, you just slide those towards your eyeballs. Okay, so I think with adjust the lens spacing. So it wants me to pull these out and adjust the spacing, and it's kind of springy. Let me turn this around so y'all can see this. So the lens adjustment, it's kind of mushy lens adjustment. So see what I mean about take it off, put it back on? It's like this weird. Alright, so adjust the lens until the screen is clear and comfortable to read. And it gives me dialed in the separation between 60, oh, it goes to 59. 59 to 70. So if your eyes are far apart and you need that extra spacing, get that clear. Oh yeah, that is, whoa, that is much more crisp. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of people when you watch them on YouTube, they're like, wow, oh my God, this is so incredible. My reactions are genuine reactions. Like, it actually is even more crisper adjusting the spacing of the lenses. And this cloth that I clowned, $1,500 cloth that came with a headset, this is great. All right, here we go. Adjust the lens spacing. Lens spacing's good, head strap is good. I imagine when you put this on every time, you're gonna have to adjust the head strap, but the lens spacing should be okay. Read the safety manual. That was what came with my fancy cloth. Only use indoors. She just closed the sliding door, and she's sitting at her table with the Quest Pro floating around. Blue Meta logo, and you hope that it updates, and black screen forever. Got a iPhone. That's hilarious. It's an iPhone floating around. Let me see if y'all can see in here. Can y'all see in there? Maybe? Wish I could see this. There's a little iPhone floating in the background. It says it's doing its update. Can you use eyeglasses inserts like VR Wave? These are definitely different than the Quest. We got pancakes and we got waffles. No offense to waffle copters. So it's like a really, really big insert here that you would probably put in there. It's like really big. And then your pancakes, they don't look the same. Like the shape, it's all different. So I'd say no. My initial response is no, but I think you could wear glasses with these. There's no room for inserts. All right, so 1 minute remaining still on there. It wants me to go to my Quest app. I'm gonna rock this to the side while I'm doing this. There's no comfortable way to just rock this on my forehead because my forehead is now being dug in by the pancakes. I'm gonna keep calling them the pancakes if y'all wanna catch on to that phrasing as well. But not only am I always wiping the pancakes, but I can't hold on to the front because the front is where all the pass-through and the glass is. It's a good thing they included that towel because that'd be annoying. I mean, I guess I can carry it around like this or something. I don't want to use it like this because it's going to break. But yeah, that's not comfortable at all. Like if y'all were the type to put the headset on your forehead, this is not comfortable at all. This gives a 0 out of 10. So right now, this is by far the worst feeling out of the entire experience. Putting this on your forehead, it is digging through my skull like it's that Neuralink right now digging into my brain. So all right, so this is gonna be the default. When you want to take the headset off, you gotta straight to the side. Applying update, cool. Yeah, it's definitely an iPhone. It's got the notch though, so it's not even the updated iPhone. And while it says update in progress, it's showing me to put my headset and my controllers on the charging dock, which is interesting. So while it's updating, I can leave it. I guess I can leave it on the dock. It'll do the updates. So that's a good thing. I'll have updates waiting for me. It tells me to download the app, but it doesn't say anything about what I should be doing. Also, it says select your device type. Guess which device type is not there? I guess it has to be, yeah, so I should read first. It says Quest, Quest 2, or Quest Pro. So it's the Quest lineup. So I hit the Quest lineup. Another annoyance is the fact that when I put this on my head, it'll stay like not sleep. Hopefully I can change this. But when I knock it to the side, so this is how I'm gonna have to rest it when I'm not using it, it goes to sleep. Like not immediately, it's like 30 seconds, not okay. Definitely need to change that as well. Yo, Oculus comes to meet up, already talked about that. It's supposed to have a higher PPD than the Q2 despite the same resolution of display. Does it feel sharper? Absolutely feel sharper. It feels so much sharper. Like there's so much depth to this, but what I'm really hating is that every time I move this and it touches the pancakes, now I gotta wipe the pancakes off. And of course it's going to sleep like all the time. It's still applying that update. It better be legs in that update. Put your device on the charging dock. Your headset will play a sound when the update is complete. Download the MetaQuest app on your mobile device to log in and continue setup. So it at least tells you it will apply the update while it's charging. I don't really like the look of this downward direction of the headset. So with the toaster, y'all are all too familiar with the toaster. It is flat. So when it's on your face, it doesn't have like a massive downward angle to it. And so when you're wearing it with this amazing Bobo headset strap, it's just slightly. So when it's on your head, just slightly. But with this, restarting headset in 3 seconds. Do the thing. I really wish there was a more comfortable way to rock this with the headset up. Alright, so it's doing its update. Just a comparison though, I think the Bobo strap with the battery, all of this extra, this is a familiar feeling. Like this is the same that's on this, so it's familiar. The Halo is not the same as this. This is more forehead than Halo. The little bit of pressure point, I guess, little props right here to give you some more relief off your forehead. None of that exists with this. So as far as comfort, I give it like an 8. Like I said, it's not the same, but no reverse mohawk. But what I'm really, it's applying the update. It's the same thing that this does with the little SD card logo with Androids. But all this plushness, the plushness is what I like. All around the face, all around the head, all around the back, like plush. So it feels like luxury, and it's affordable. But when it comes to the Quest Pro, none of that is luxury plush. It's just like the rubber. So just be cautious of that. If you really like plush the Bobo was, this is going to be less comfortable, but it's not uncomfortable, if that makes sense. But I'm still not feeling this downward thing. Alright, update in progress. Left controller and right controller are now updating. Can you just turn it up while it's on your head to sit comfortably? Absolutely not, Zach. When it is up, let me turn to the side. Like it's already going to sleep. It's pressure right here and a little bit of pressure here. So what you got to do is you got to loosen it all the way up, get it comfortable on your forehead, and then tighten it up on the back of your forehead. On the back of your forehead. These are sound, solid advice right here. And then it's like, it feels good. You can feel a little bit of weight in the back, a little bit of weight in the front, but it's not all the weight like it was with the Quest 2, and it's not a ton of weight on the back of your head. As far as comfort, I think there's going to be some inserts or something. Maybe something to replace this forehead shield. Whatever this forehead shield is right here that goes under this plastic, I think that's going to have like a, kind of like the VR cover goes over top of the face cover. So I'm thinking for the aftermarket, there's definitely going to be some kind of replacement for this piece because it's not comfortable. Like I'm starting to not like the this material. Like I said, I'm gonna give you honest review, give you honest feedback. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it just because, oh, I spent a bunch of money on it, so I'm gonna tell everybody it's amazing. So 8 out of 10 on the comfort. Don't really like this front piece, otherwise everything else is comfortable, nice and balanced. As far as the weight, I can't really compare because the Bobo does add a lot of weight to it, but it's significantly lighter than with the Bobo without a battery, let alone with a battery. It definitely feels expensive, that's for sure. Make sure you keep your handy dandy polishing cloth nearby. How many wipes am I up to? Is anybody keeping count? But right now it is updating the controllers. Every time I put it on my head, it wakes up immediately, which is great. But like this is a 0. This is uncomfortable as hell. Pair your headset with the Quest app. So you definitely have to have the mobile app if you want to do anything with this headset. I don't see a skip option. There is no skip option. You can't do anything. If you don't have your mobile app, you're done. Now in 2022, if you don't have a phone with the mobile app, I don't know what to say to you. So devices, here we go. Pair new headset. Quest Pro is in the list. I don't know when that got added, but it's there. All right, it says it's pairing headset. It's gonna ask me for the special code. The benefit is I can almost see down here. So when I'm ready for the code, it tells me my controllers and my headset. Oh, it didn't want my code. It just says pairing successful. So it has my controller strength, headset strength. It says pairing successful automatically. So I guess it knows I'm me. It's got my MetaQuest Pro at the top, but that's it. It's not doing anything. In headset it says designed for privacy. Meta collects only data required for your Quest to work properly. Let's see, it says apps can't access images or videos of your surroundings without permission, and you can change your privacy settings anytime in settings. Sharing additional information about understanding which features and apps you think are the most popular and which settings so we can improve them. You think I should share my information, y'all? It's up to y'all. I'm just gonna say yeah. We'll help give them some information to make this better. Whoa. I can see my keyboard. My monitors are a little blurry. I'm just curious if it, like, I can prove it to y'all, like everything here. I can see everything. Press the O button to finish. What is this O button called, Meta? What is this thing called? Anybody know what that O button's called? All right, so we're finished. I have passed through. I can see everything. All right, so let's get AirLink set up. It wants me to install a bunch of apps. The only app I'm gonna install is Meta Horizon Worlds, of course. The thumbstick is super responsive. Of all the things in this list, it has venues, it has workrooms, but it does not have Horizon Worlds. That's stupid. Oh, it's already there. It wants me to install it. 543 megs. All right, so I got all that turned back on. I just need QuestLink, turn that on, launch QuestLink. All right, it's searching. Use AirLink, searching. Come on, VR AirBridge. See if your $100 is worth it. That way y'all can actually see what I see. Because that's going to be the important thing, so y'all can see what I see. It's not finding the AirBridge. This is fantastic, and this feels terrible. Settings, device, add a headset. Let's go through to the MetaQuest Pro. So setting up MetaQuest Pro, continue. The VR AirBridge, which is already set up, but it wants a new password. This is frustrating. Let's see, we got app already logged in as you. Compare with the app, it's Witchcraft. I'll take Witchcraft. So that's how. When you pair to the app, AirLink is for PCVR. I know, I'm trying to do a PCVR so I can put it up on the screen so y'all can see what's going on, other than just seeing this preparing to connect all the damn time. So we're gonna go into the Wi-Fi. We're gonna go look at the AirBridge. We're gonna forget the network. It says save. All right, I'm connected to VR AirBridge. I am going to done. And what does it say on the screen? Setup complete. Your headset's connected. To launch it, put your headset on, go to quick settings. All right, here we go. I hit pair. VR AirBridge not connected. Click on it, it's just not connecting. Setup complete, my behind. All right, so we're not gonna use the AirBridge because the AirBridge seems to not wanna work, ever. And if I take this headset off, it's gonna go to sleep. Headset, we're gonna do Quest Pro over the AirLink wireless. You're just going straight to I'm telling you, from what I understand, does not work with AirBridge out the box. All right, connect your headset, enable AirLink, doing the thing. So QuestLink, enable AirLink. So right now, like, it really wants to do QuestLink, but it just decides it's not going to. And now I'm gonna go into Wi-Fi, get rid of VR AirBridge, and recommendation, don't use AirBridge because it don't want to work. Let's see if, all right, confirm the pairing code. Confirmed. Put your head on. Continue. Let's launch. All right, we connected with regular Airstream, AirLink, whatever it's called. Horizon Worlds. The loading with the AirLink looks the exact same. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. You're like, yeah, if you take these light blockers off, it's not really a good experience. Well, I guess with pass-through, it kind of makes it feel all real instead of just partially real. Light blockers enabled. Boom. And boom. Light blockers on. So the light blockers work really well. You can see me right there. The movement over the AirBridge is super slow. Let's see if my face is coming through. Close my one eye. Interesting. It's not picking up none of my eyes. I guess I gotta enable face tracking. Is that in Horizon? They might know if the face tracking's out the box. It's definitely not showing for AirLink. Nope, no face tracking out the box. Put my eyebrows up. Let me quit the app. Let me quit AirLink a second. I'll tell you one thing, over wireless sucks. So don't do it. Over wireless AirBridge doesn't exist. So don't do it. Looks like we go an old-fashioned cable route. And of course with USB, I gotta flip this thing around 3 times before it'll plug in. That makes no sense. I literally had it right the first time. And we're gonna go ahead and plug this in. USB-C on the side. Fancy little tone to let me know. Connect, access my files. Yep. We're gonna connect not using AirLink. We're gonna use Rift. It says connected. Let's launch it. Let's see if it's any better with the cable. It's flawless with the cable. Horizon Worlds, let's go. Alright, is it up on the screen? Just make sure. Yep. Alright. Where did it just take me? Well, it's taking me somewhere already. So this headset really is sensitive when it comes to moving it anywhere other than on your head. I don't know how that makes any sense. I probably have to change the setting somewhere for sleep. Okay. It brought me to Horizon Live. Da-na-na, The colors are so much different in here. Like everything is really vibrant, that's glowing. The dark colors are definitely like more pronounced. All of the textures look so much nicer. I don't think y'all can tell. Like even this, I feel like this used to just seem so boring, and it actually feels like I'm in this space compared to what it was. We need to go somewhere. Let's go to Mellow Mountains really quickly. I don't know if it's actually going to show any difference. Shout out to Rexrod because we definitely want to see Mellow Mountains. But I haven't been to the fall one yet. Let me see what this looks like. Whoa, that portal popped up fast. I've never seen a portal pop up that fast. Ever. Okay, but can I do this? All of the colors look so much nicer. Oh my god. 100% difference in colors, in how it feels like you're actually in the world. Alright, Mellow Mountains. Let's see what this looks like. This is incredible. This makes the world look different. Like so much more different. Even these meshes, the detail on them is well beyond what it is on the Quest 2. The wood grain. This is way nicer. What does that translate to on the screen though? Yeah, travel was dumb fast. Like dumb fast. Like not even kidding like how dumb fast that was to get. Even on the stream, everything looks so much more detailed. Okay, just because I've never been here before, we're gonna go to the OG Mellow Mountains. We're going to the OG Mellow Mountains because I know what that looks like. I've been here countless times, taken countless tours, and the screen hasn't even loaded yet. And I know the textures, the colors, the shapes, the meshes, like everything that's in Mellow Mountains I've seen countless times. If it wasn't actually a difference, this is incredible. The depth of everything is so much more pronounced. Like, think about the first time you were in VR and you're like, oh, that looks like there's depth to it. There's a little bit more depth to everything I'm looking at. Well, that's the first feeling of being in VR. And one of the things that we said, Lakes and I, was that when you put on the Quest Pro, are you going to feel that same reaction? Are you going to have that same thing, that same feeling of your first time in VR? And I'm literally having that again of this looks so incredible, and everything is, it's like I can actually pick up these flowers. They don't just look like they're sitting like even that. It's just a simple animation, and you can see the textures and the sheen, the grass on the ground. Anyone who has a Quest Pro, go to Mellow Mountains. Literally just go look around. I mean, it's so much nicer, the details, like even on these rounded objects. Huge improvement with the meshes in the fall world, by the way. But everything in here looks so crisp. The wood steps, it's usually just the textures that you use. It's just a texture. It's as if you painted it. There's nothing fantastic about it. And now everything, like this looks like there's wooden steps in front of me. I don't know how to describe it. Like when you first get in VR, you're like, oh wow, I feel like I'm here, blank. Anybody who has something in the chat, Clouded Acres, absolutely. This menu looks so good. I can't even describe it. The difference makes no sense. The menus look so good. Like this keyboard, everyone hates this keyboard. What is this? Was that there before? Interesting. But anyway, we're going to throw a portal up. That is the fastest portal I've ever seen in my life. It already looks incredible, and that's just the door picture. Seriously, there's no way to describe this other than to just describe it by saying it's night and day difference. Even if you have no sense of like going from 1080p to 4K, all of the menus, this does look stupid though, Horizon Worlds. I'm looking at it on my screen, like it's a 2K screen that I have it displaying on right now. But look how gorgeous just the lighting in this area is. This makes no sense. I mean, I'm glad for $1,500. it should make, you know, but the glow, you can see how it's re-rendering the lit object when I move around. Like, oh, I'm inside of the waterfall. Like, just getting in here close, and it re-renders the lighting. Like, you can see the shadow of the light box with this, but it's so much more pronounced. So much more pronounced. The doors look super vibrant. Shout out, Sammy. My God. Alright, we need to go out here. We need to go out here. This looks so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. If y'all got a Quest Pro, go to Clouded Acres, go to Mellow Mountains. It is night. It's like day and year difference. It's not even night and day difference. Holy Christ. Like, I'm leaving it so y'all can still see it while I got it on my head. Can't wait to see how my worlds look. For real, Metacourt, you're going to be like sweating in that witness booth. Woo. Alright, let's see. If it's on Link, it's not the headset doing the work. You don't understand. I've been using the headset with Link. That's why this cable was ready. It was sitting here. The Air Bridge. Been using it for the Quest 2 for at least the last 3 weeks. I get what you're saying. Totally get it. 100%. But I'm telling you right now, regardless if you're on PC or if you're in headset, when you're connected to the PC, the visuals in headset look the same, but it's more jittery. Like, my head's moving all around. It's not stupid jittery like it is on the Quest 2. Like, it's definitely a lot more stable. It's so good. Yeah. I can grab it, but I can't do nothing with it. It's all jittery. Alright, we're going to Victor Riddles. Victor, I don't know if you've shown your own world yet, but we are going to your world. Let's go to Cloud Beach. We've all seen Cloud Beach. The keyboard feels so much nicer too. Let's go to Dance. The portals are so fast. Would it be worth the purchase if you're not a content creator? I wouldn't use this as a content creator because content in VR is really hard for people to actually engage, which is why everyone is having issues getting traction in Horizon Worlds on like YouTube and Facebook. So as a content creator, if you're actually going to make money and write it off, go for it. If you're not writing it off, I don't see a reason to. It's not going to translate into a reel. So Cloud Beach has always been gorgeous. The water, tiny bit of difference. Like the lighting is the most prominent in here. The clouds still look incredible. Everything off in the distance looks a little bit more separated, so there's more depth to it. So if anything, the depth has been improved. I don't want to go too far out into the middle of nowhere because I hope this is royalty free. Don't know what you want. Wow. The lasers look the same. Nothing different about the lasers. They definitely look the same. So I wonder if that sign about the portal. Yeah, I figured. The music quality and clarity is amazing, but it's on PC. I wouldn't give it too much. Alright, so we're going to throw a portal. Interesting. Everybody is presumed 18 and older. You mark the world 18 and older. That doesn't block you from getting in. It doesn't change the fact. Friends only? That doesn't make sense either. I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. Pass that one along. Everyone knows I've seen tours a billion times. All of these textures are different. Like anything that is literally like not having that ring, like you get that comfort of like, oh, I'm gonna just drop the controller, right? I'm gonna use the ring to drop it. Use these wrist straps that I'm not using. Yeah, the mic looks the same. Menus definitely look crisper. Textures look crisper. Like, I can't really describe. I know on the screen, it's like, does anything ever show up properly? Like, that you would want people to see. Like, that's not working anymore. Yippee skippy. Like, all of this looks... It's just the depth and the textures is the biggest takeaway. You know, Tours looks the same, acts the same. Is it $1,500 better? That's the question I'm thinking everyone wants to know, right? I feel like it's $800 better for Horizon. What do I mean by that, right? So I feel like for the clarity, for the depth separation, for the colors, for all of the textures. It's definitely worth the upgrade from a Quest 2 at like, I don't know, $700-800. That makes sense to me. If you are just playing Horizon Worlds, $1,500 is not worth the upgrade. And I think that's okay. Quest 3, it's out there somewhere. It'll be here. You know, this entire time I've been wearing it, the one thing I said was the comfort. I still think it's about an 8. There's no reason to give it any worse score, but it's not the Bobo. I think the Bobo kind of wins for comfort. The third party, they're definitely going to put together something that's going to make this forehead strap much better. Let's exit out of Horizon Worlds. Again, $1,500. I don't think that it's a $1,500. The controllers are definitely nice. Are the controllers worth the $400 upgrade? Maybe. I don't know if $400 for controllers, to me, I don't know if that's actually something that I would say, hell yeah, let me go spend the cost. I don't know if the cost of the headset for some new controllers is worth the price. I don't know that $1,500 plus tax, depending on where you are, that could be ridiculously expensive. I don't know if that's worth the price just for Horizon Worlds. But of all the things that I saw that it's capable of with these controllers, with the headset, the colors, the depth, everything with the exception of the forehead comfort. So as far as value is concerned, I still need to spend some time with it. I'm gonna put some time into the Quest Pro specific apps, or apps that have been enhanced with Quest Pro functionality. Oh, controllers are listed pre-order $299. So then, yeah, the controllers are probably definitely worth it. Let me see if I can pull that up and go to the Meta website. All right, so Quest Pro, buy now. Meta Quest, let's check out the accessories and such. I'm not sure about no wired earbuds. Pro Arrow would look like, good Lord. Carry case, full light blocker, we'll be pre-ordering that. We'll hang on to that for a little bit. I don't need a link cable. Where are the controllers, bro? So John McClay, I know you say 13 plus, but it's not. So there's something that you have to consider. Horizon is rated by the ESRB rates content. So the content itself, whether it's PEGI over in Europe, it's ESRB in the US, those ratings are telling you what the actual content is rated. So don't get it confused, because yes, it is rated T for teen, which means 13 and up. But when you look at the actual advertisements for Horizon Worlds, it is advertised as 18 and up. Very, very important to note, because I was even looking at it on here on this box, which in the corner, let me swap it back. So on this box, it says 13 and up, right? So 13 and up for the headset, without a doubt. If you're gonna use this thing, 13 and up. But if you're getting into Horizon Worlds, it's literally 18 and older. I mean, that's what they advertise to, 18 and older. All right, so somebody asked me, show the case. So this case is super fancy, obviously super fancy, ridiculously fancy, and it's an in-case carrying case. But look at that case. I mean, it's got to be massive. If the headset is this big, so that means that the case has to be even bigger. Like, the case would be the size of this screen in the corner. So the case, let's just say right there, the size of the screen right now, it's a massive case to carry around. Even if you shrink it up for tiny heads, it doesn't look like it's shrunk up for tiny heads, because look at the little bit of room in here. And the carrying case, can't even get a zoom. Specifications, it's in millimeters. Of course it is. Of course it's in millimeters. Everything that's measured to a size that people in the US don't want to read or convert means it's too big, or it's way too small, and so they use the millimeters. I don't know, give me in inches. How many is that? Conversion time. And the height is 127, 5 inches tall. Okay, so it's not massive, but it's still big. This is the one thing that I'm interested in right here, the compact charging dock. So in the box, you get 2 cables, right? So you get your regular charging cable, which is USB-C to USB-C, and it's got the 90-degree adapter on it, 90 degrees. And then you get one controller charger that's USB-C. So you're going to charge one controller at a time, and that one controller at a time, I don't know how long it's going to charge, but I'll definitely update once I know. But right now the Quest Pro is plugged in, and it's got the orange light as if it's charging. But the one downfall of the Quest 2 was when I had it plugged into PC, it was actually draining power. That was really upsetting because if you wanted to do PC Link, you would probably get 4 hours total because it was slowly trickle discharging while you're streaming. I really think that for $80, if it were to go down to $60, I would buy this. You can sit both your controllers on the dock. It looks really, really sleek and slim. Just drop the controllers right there on top. And then you still get the cable to plug your headset in. So $60. I'll do 60. And here's what it looks like. So the controllers are laying inside of this dock and it's transparent so you can see it. And then you got another cable that's kicked out of the bottom and goes into the Quest Pro. So I'm all in for 60, not for 80. So as far as the plaza or this door is unavailable, VR chat has a public friends only and invite. Horizon's 13 plus. It's not. I know it's been a topic forever. ESRB rating T for teen. It's advertised 18 plus. Check out the controllers. $299 pre-order. When do they come out? Let's find out. December 7th. Ouch. That's tough. So self-track controllers, works with MetaQuest 2, comes in box with MetaQuest Pro, includes MetaQuest Pro charging dock. Oh, that's fancy. So $80 of that is the dock. So for $220, it's $110 a piece. That's about the price of the controllers now for the Quest 2, isn't it? Let me pop this up. Do they have the Quest 2 controllers anymore on this site? So Quest 2 controllers, what in the world? 11,000. And of course, Alex has a bunch of pictures that he wants to show off in blurry vision. So I'm gonna share those now. Bloop. Look at that. It's the size of a freaking 16-inch MacBook Pro. That makes sense. So you could probably store a 13-inch MacBook inside of that case, just for comparison. Good Lord. Oh, that's me in the screen. It's me in the screen. There he is, blurry vision. That is Quest 2 quality. Super excited face for packing air. And that's cool. Little Tupperware for the controllers. So my overall impression for $1,500 plus tax, just for Horizon Worlds, just for these expensive controllers that really feel good, just for this shiny, whatever that animal is from Lilo and Stitch looking face with the glass that doesn't have any protection, but it comes with this fancy cloth. I'd have to say my threshold for this would have been like, for its capabilities right now, maybe. It's a maybe. If you plan on using this for work, if you're writing it all for a business, if for some reason you're planning on, you know, I guess looking into getting businesses into the metaverse and you want to be on the latest and greatest and you want to have some light blockers that are high quality silicone rubber that just snap right in real nicely, then yeah, go ahead and get it, write it off, get some businesses in the metaverse, go hop around with your friends and look at this HD gorgeousness. And the home space, I wish I could show you the home space. Here's a question for you. How well does it hold your head on a quick downward movement? Quick downward movement. Do I look crazy yet? I look crazy yet? The forehead thing is holding it from going anywhere. It's slapping the hell out of my nose though. The pancakes slap the hell out of your nose because there's no nose support there. It just kind of sits off of your nose. Yeah, it's not charging. It's just Link. That's annoying. Allow. Now it's charging 37%. So it's just beating the hell out of my nose. So I don't want to shake it anymore. Yeah, that clarity, you can tell the difference when you move the pancakes around. But as far as like when I'm chilling like this, I'm like, let's go. Like that's the face shield, like the Iron Man mask or something. Like that's cool, because this stops it from flying way off of your head. I try to hook it up and put it on the plate, but no light comes out to detect that it's charging on the plate. Ah, okay. Charging dock. Connect the headset controller to charge ports. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna use the actual brick that came with it. This brick says it is a 45 watt. So we unplug everything else that's plugged into this one first. Unplug it, or plug it in. Red, nothing, nothing. Okay, let's use the cable that came with it. Angle cable. So 45 watt charger is what comes with it. USB-C. And if I plug it in, okay, controllers are yellow, headset is red. So 45 watt with this cable in order to charge it. Now I do have a bunch of these chargers that are IQ enabled. They're good for laptops. So let's unplug. Let's try the laptop port, which is supposed to be like 100. that works. So you need a USB-C to a quick charge or IQ USB-C. And that light on the front is actually my computer. It's not the Quest. So the light is on the left. So it's basically you have to use the right cord or else the dock lights up red. So thanks for checking out the stream. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Make sure you leave more comments. I'll love to come back and answer them. Make sure you follow. Make sure you like. And of course, we'll see y'all on the next one.